Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through my monthly planning routine in my digital planner. Monthly planning is really crucial for my overall goal management system, so I have a bit of a reset routine I'm going to take you through. It starts with a guided reflection of the last month, then setting my goals for the coming month in my dashboard, and finally scheduling in my monthly planner layout. All of these templates are in my Dream Life planners and the planner I'm using right now, the Groovy Neutrals planner. Let's get into it. First, I'm gonna do a quick clean of my screen. I left the camera on for this part because I'm trying a new product that I thought was kind of cool. So the first thing I do is quickly glance over the last month's dashboard. This is just to see how much progress I made in the areas of my life I was focusing on. And then I will move into the reflections page of the current month and put down that goal progress. And then I put down my monthly highlights. I sometimes look back at my monthly view to remind myself of those highlights. This for me has been a really important part of creating a life that feels intentional, and I feel like this helps me build purposeful gratitude in my life. The process of recalling these highlights gets me in a positive mindset, which is the perfect space you want to be in before assessing and setting new goals. Then I move on to do a very simple but effective assessment of what worked and what didn't in the month. I like to use stickers here. These are the dark mode widgets, but you can definitely bullet point or doodle whatever works best for you. Now I put down an affirmation for the month. After reflecting on what worked and what didn't for the month, I usually have a really good idea of what I'd like to work on or focus on going forward. Then I write down the things I'm grateful for versus the things I'm letting go of going forward. This is a reflective time for me, and I take my time here. Repetition is really what makes things stick, and that includes when it comes to cultivating a positive and productive mindset. It's so easy to slide into unhealthy habits and behaviors. That's why autopilot is just not an option when it comes to my mindset and goal setting routine. So for me, using these monthly reflection pages as a built-in checkpoint to remind myself what's important and what's not is a really great use of my time and energy, and pays off much more than the time spent doing it. And in the bottom of my reflection page, I have a space to put down the things I want to refocus on for the next month. I'm telling you, once you've gotten through this reflection page, those future focuses become so clear, which is why I never skip this step. Now that I'm done with my monthly reflection, I move on to setting up my monthly dashboard for the coming month. I use this monthly dashboard as the driver of my month. To me, the real progress is in the tasks that you have to do regularly, those daily or weekly habits, and I use the monthly dashboard to narrow down what those needle-moving habits are for my current focuses. This starts out with an affirmation as well. I usually use the same or a very similar one to the one I came up with during my last month's reflection, which is why I like to do these pages back to back in the same planning session when I have the time. Next, I brain dump all of the things on my mind for the coming month. I'll go through later and separate those tasks by priority into must do, if you can and this can wait, and then I put down any important dates or birthdays and occasions. now I'm putting down my focus for the month. I really changed this up based on what I am feeling. You can see this time I'm putting down a more abstract goal and brainstorming around what that means for me. And now I'm putting down my top 3 goals for the month. I use the top section to define those goals, the middle section to write down all the tasks I know I need to do to get there, and finally, the most important for me, the habits I need to incorporate on a daily or weekly basis. You might notice some new stickers here, and since I'm planning March, I wanted to make some green elements. By the time you're watching this, I'll make sure I have these listed if you're interested in using them this month. I'll have them linked down below. They aren't super themed, so you'll be able to use them all year round. And now that we're really clear on what we need to do, I'm gonna go into my monthly layout and schedule those things I just decided are valuable. For me, this means actually scheduling days for tasks I don't necessarily have a timeline for. And that's because if I don't schedule them, I'm much more likely to think in the moment I have a lot more time than I do. So I give myself deadlines if I can. I think of monthly planning as doing my future self a favor, and because I spent time thinking about what's valuable to me now, when I reference this page during the month, future me knows the plan has already been thoughtfully laid out and is much more likely to follow through. By the way, the small boxes in this sticker sheet are perfectly sized to your monthly spreads if you're using any of the Dream Life or Groovy Neutrals planners. Slowing this part down because a lot of you asked how I drag and drop from Pinterest into GoodNotes, and all you need to do is make sure you open Pinterest in your Safari browser and not the Pinterest app, and you should be able to. And there you have it. That's my monthly planning and reset routine. I hope this helps you plan your coming month. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And if you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate if you liked this video and subscribed. It means more to me and this small business than you would ever know. See you next week.